What's up, guys? Matt Modai here with GoldBoys, here to give you 5 bets in 5 minutes. That's right, in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to give you my 5 favorite bets for tonight's betting slate. We're talking Monday, January 6th. No NFL tonight, unfortunately. That time of our lives is over for the year, but we do have a nice slate of NBA games, so I'm going to give you my 5 favorite bets tonight, all in the NBA betting slate. Let's just get right into it. Play number 1. Nikola Vucevic over 4.5 first quarter points. I was able to get this at plus 100 odds at Caesars. This is a matchup play on Vooch and a play on Vooch also being a fast starter. He scored 5 or more points in the first quarter in over 70% of his games, and he's done it in about 60% of his last 20 games as well. So it's been a very good hit rate for him. Matchup against the Spurs, a team that allows a lot of points to the pick and roll roll man, a lot of points via post up as well. They're actually a team, despite the fact that they have Wemby as their center, do struggle also guarding centers. 4 of 6 players with Vooch's scoring profile have gone over against the Spurs, and the only guy that missed was Zubac, who did it twice. That includes Vucevic, who actually scored 39 points against the Spurs the first time these two teams played. Also had 6 points in the first quarter, cashing out this over. Next up, play number 2. We're actually sticking in the same game. We're going Chris Paul over 8.5 assists, best offered price as of right now, plus 120 odds at FanDuel. This is another matchup play. The Spurs obviously are playing the Bulls. The Bulls have allowed the most assists per game to point guards. It's been a matchup we have targeted all year. Chris Paul just played the Bulls a month ago. He had 9 assists in that game, and he had 18 potential assists. If you're telling me he's going to get 18 potential assists, we'll gladly take for him to get 9 assists to cash out this plus money banger. The reason why the Bulls are such a good matchup, they give up the most points per game to pick and roll roll man, which leads to a lot of assists for the player running the pick and roll, which is going to be Chris Paul in this game. So I love Chris Paul to get to 9 assists. That's our second play. Third up, give me Tyrese Maxey 25 plus points. This one is best offered at plus 110 odds at FanDuel. Maxey going up against the Suns. Another matchup play here. The Suns play this drop coverage on defense, which leads to them giving up a lot of points to the pick and roll ball handler. On the entire season, the Suns have given up the 5th most points per game to pick and roll ball handlers. And here's a stat. Tyrese Maxey, he's played 8 games this year against teams that are in the bottom 10 guarding the pick and roll ball handler. He has scored 25 or more points in all 8 of those games, actually averaging over 30 points per game in those 8 games. Now, only 3 of those were played with Joel Embiid, but that still means he's 3 of 3 playing teams in the bottom 10 guarding pick and rolls with Joel Embiid in the lineup, scored 25 points in one of them, and then 30 points in the last 2. Maxey also played the Suns earlier this year, scored over 25 points, also scored over 30 points. So it's a great matchup for Maxey to get to 25 plus points. Next up, Victor Wembanyama, 30 plus points, plus 140 odds at ESPN Bet. Yes, we are going back to the Spurs versus Bulls game. 3 bets in that game, but 2 bad defenses, 2 fast-paced teams. Just a juicy matchup for props. Wemby, this is not a hit rate type of play, but it's a matchup type of play. Wemby playing against the Bulls, who I already mentioned give up the most points per game to pick and roll rollmen. They also give up the most points per game in the restricted area, and they give up the 6th most points per game via the above the break 3-pointer. The restricted area and the above the break 3-pointer account for 75% of Wemby's points, and the Bulls range from either the worst or the 6th worst defense guarding those play types. So Wemby just has a great matchup. He's going to put up a ton of threes in this game. As long as he shoots better than he shot last game when he was 2 of 12, easy to see him getting to 30 plus points. And then our 5th and final pick of the video, Scoot Henderson, 4 plus rebounds, plus 180 odds at FanDuel. This is a play, not a hit rate type of play, because Jeremy Grant is out of the lineup. Now, he's only played 4 games without Jeremy Grant in the lineup, and he's only cashed this in 2 of those 4 games. But the rebound chances is the most important thing here. In 3 of the 4 games, he's got 9, 8, and 11 rebound chances. So if he's getting 9 or more, he needs to have a less than 50% hit rate to get 4 plus rebounds, which is a completely acceptable thing for him to do, especially when you consider the fact that 11 of the last 15 players with a similar rebounding profile to Scoot Henderson have hit their rebound prop against the Pistons. It's a good matchup for him. It's a good way to back him with Jeremy Grant out of the lineup, especially when you consider the juicy plus 180 odds. And that's all we got. I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe. Check out goldboys.com. You can check me out on Twitter at JediModai. And have a good one.